Welcome back, guys. In the second part of the socket.io library in Node.js series, I have already created two files, broadcast.js as the server file, broadcast.html as the client file. So what exactly we are going to do? We are going to perform an example in which we are using this socket.io broadcasting to show how many clients are currently connected to the server. Whenever a new client connects, the server increases the client count and broadcasts the updated number to all the connected clients. And whenever a client disconnects, the count decreases and the server again broadcasts the updated number to everyone. You can see I have already imported the necessary modules and I have already sent the client file, that is the HTML file, which is this broadcast.html. So we are sending this over the server. Now we need to create a variable, let clients equals to 0. So initially 0 clients are connected. You need to perform the connection. You need to check the connection establishment connection, pass the callback function. So whenever any client is connecting, the client count is going to increase and hence client plus plus. So now comes the actual part. Whenever any client is connecting, means whenever the client count is incrementing, you have to broadcast the message to all the clients who are connected. So for this, you need to use io.emit. You need to remember io.emit will be the method or function that will be required to emit to all the clients. Broadcast is the name of the event. And the message, you will be sending a message over here. So I'm going to pass an object MSG. MSG is the property. I'm going to use backtext. So just to print a message that these many clients are connected. Right. Now, whenever the client is disconnecting, so first of all, you have to perform the disconnecting socket.on disconnect. Callback function. So whenever a particular client is disconnecting, you have to use clients minus means you are decrementing the count, and whenever the count is decremented, you will again broadcast the message. So again you're going to broadcast, event name is broadcast, and same message I'm going to copy and paste it here. Right. And finally, we can make our application to listen using http.listen. So I'm not passing any callback function. Let's keep it simple. http.listen and 3000. Your server is sending the message to all the clients. Now, inside the client is going to listen to the messages, means whatsoever the count is updated, all the clients are going to listen to that. You need two script tags. First one is for the source of the socket.io, socket.io/socket.io.js. And a second script tag is required for the logic. So your client will be listening socket.on, name of the event It's broadcast. Broadcast. Pass your function. I'm going to pass the parameter as data. It can be anything. And because it's the client is going to receive the message. So for this, you will be using document.body.inner HTML. I'll be explaining that why I'm writing this. First of all, let's perform the task. Document.write data.msg. So in broadcast.js, you're having this message property and data is that object. So whenever you access data.msg, you'll be able to access the property called as msg from the server. Let's also create the socket.io client. Const socket equals to io. Now we are good to go. Let's run our server. Our server is broadcast.js. So node broadcast. Now my server is running at port number 3000. Go to the browser, localhost 3000. So what do you see? One client is connected. Now create a second client. So for creating the second client, you either open another browser or open a new tab. So localhost 3000. Now you got two clients connected. Now go to the previous client, you see the message is already updated. Same way when you go to a third client, the message is updated. 3 clients connected, while in the other 2 clients also the message is already updated. Same way if you're disconnecting your clients, I'm going to disconnect from this client. You see the message gets updated again. Now you see 2 clients are connected. I disconnect another one. Now 1 client is connected. So io.emit is a method that broadcasts to all the clients without any exception. Now the real reason behind using the empty string over here, we need it because every time the previous count is updated and then it has to be replaced, means the previous count is required to be removed. For example, 2 clients are connected, but the previous message is 1 client connected. Now whenever a second client is connected, the message of the first client who was already having 1 client is connected, that message will be replaced. So it has to be replaced with an empty string so that later on it is updated with the new message. So let's now comment this line to see what happens. So I'm going to run this again, node broadcast. So open your client, 1 client is connected. Now open the second client. You see 2 clients connected. Check your previous client, there are now 2 messages. So again you go to third client, 3 clients connected. Now you see the message of the second client. The second client is having 2 messages while the first client is having 3 messages. So that's the reason we were actually avoiding the previous messages. We were setting them to empty string. Now here also in this case we are required to set the previous message to the empty string, and hence was the purpose of this document.body.inner.html as empty string. I hope the purpose of using io.emit is clear. So basically we are trying to discuss about the different methods for broadcasting. Socket.emit you already knew, which is used to emit or send the message to only a particular client. Now we discuss io.emit, which is used to broadcast to all the clients without any exception. But there is one more method, that is socket.broadcast.emit, which is also like io.emit but with one difference. There is an exception in this. The client who is recently connected will not receive the message in this. Only the clients who are already connected, they will receive the message. So now you can check by replacing the io.emit with socket.broadcast.emit. To test this, let's replace the io.emit with socket.broadcast.emit. So I'm going to run this again, node broadcast. Let's go to the browser and see localhost 3000. You see, you're not receiving any message here because I am the one who is connected. I am the one who is recently connected. Now you open another tab, create another client. Still it's the same, I'm not receiving any message. But you go back to the previous client, this tab. So when you open this, what do you see? The message is already updated, 2 clients connected. Same way you open a third tab, create a third client, no message, but you see the previous client's messages are now updated. So this is a way using which we can broadcast the message with an exception. Means only the one who is connected now will not receive the message, but all other connected clients, previously connected clients, will receive that message. So we are just going to enhance this a little. Instead of receiving just a blank page, it's better to receive a specific message only for the client who is just connected. Just a kind of welcome note. So I'm just going to write here socket.emit, which you already have done. And the event name I'm going to use is, alright, I'm not going to use the broadcast event here. Let me just use, let's say, new client. Here also I'll be using new client. And here also I'm going to use the new client. And a welcome note message, hey, welcome, new client. Fine. Let's replace this one as well. Socket.broadcast.emit. So the name of our event is new client and a message that these many clients are connected. So I'm just simply going to copy this one, place it here. So I think the things are totally fine now. Things seem fine. Okay, let's check. Node broadcast. Fine. Alright, so I'm going to close the 2 tabs for now. Okay, so you're not receiving any message, but there should have been the message. It's because inside the client I did not change the name of the event. That's this. Alright, let's re-execute. Check it again. Now I'm going to open the client. Hey, welcome, new client. So seems better as compared to the previous one when we were just receiving a blank page. Okay, now a second client. Hey, welcome, new client. But the message of the previous client is updated to the updated count of the client. So pretty interesting, right? So in this video, we explored how broadcasting works in socket.io and how the server can send messages to multiple clients at once. With this, you can build powerful real-time features like chat applications, notifications, or live updates. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till that time, stay tuned. We will be meeting in the next video.